Welcome to the Ponderous Brick Thinker. This is another installment in Learning from the Pros. Today we're going to look at LEGO Set 30682, NASA Mars Rover Perseverance. This comes from the LEGO Technic line. Okay, looks like a simple set. Oop. Let's see, can I open? There we go. Maybe. Alright, everything seems to be out of there. And I got this because I would like to use more Technic in my builds, and this is one of the ways to do it, to get a relatively small set and build my Technic collection. It looked like a simple set. Okay. Step 1. One of the things is, like in the booklets, they show what pieces are coming up or what to use in that step. So, it's gonna take some vigilance to make sure all the pieces are used in that step or put in place. I guess I was getting slack with counting on the booklet format. Let's see here. Okay. So that's one way of using those. Get this. Place it here. So like, yeah, that makes no sense. But then we go, okay, so everything's there. Here, that's put in place on that one. Okay, and then this that goes like that, good. With that, so that's symmetrical. Okay, that looks like something now. What else? So this one, it looks like it makes sense to use this because it seems to be going into a hole. What I'm not sure is if that's what's intended. Let's see if there's... It does not have a number. Everything else has a number if it's a purely Technic bar or thing like that. And I don't see any black or dark gray other than these, so it is probably this. There. So this one's red. This red one is held there, and this red is held on that crossbar there, and somehow it connects here. Where is the connecting one? It says something like this. Oh, the red go in between these gray bars, goes like that. So this no longer rotates. Okay. That feels kind of secure. So I wonder if this is a standard Technic move. Okay. Okay, so then it has that, the thin plate, or this thing, to hold this in place. And then the L comes in here. Okay. Anything else? That's it. Okay, here's some familiar Lego pieces. Oh, and they just go on that rod right there. Okay. Just making double sure there's no other additional piece added. Okay, now this thing. It just tentatively put this here and then get one of these. Then you can insert it all the way in. They don't rotate, okay. But do it 2 times. Here. There. And you go interesting. They're resting right there. The thing's grabbing onto them. Because these are just regular circles, not the cross hairs. What can be here? And then oh, I thought these were arms, but they're not. They're just part of the body. The number 3 is just that. Okay. And then this. All right. But you come from the bottom. There we go. And then there. So one of my misconceptions is that every round place is a place to rotate, but not necessarily. Now that this bar is here, these 2 pieces just recently added are secure. Very secure. And what's this? Oh, it's a screw. Okay. And then it's secured by this. And if I remember the space bus, it's different from the space bus because the space bus had a little indentation to make sure this was going to be following the gear of it. But I think it's a similar idea. This goes here, and then this comes in through here. So then it's able to rotate the screw. Okay, but let me make sure this is all that this has. Okay. Oh, and then has from this perspective it almost looked conical, but it is just a cylinder. I think it's for the fingers, not necessarily part of the rover. It's kind of fancy to have a golden rod just so that it can be hidden. Well, maybe little specks of it will be seen. And then just use this as the natural cameras. They also look like eyes. In the photograph, I see that they lighted it in such a way so that you really see them as eyes or cameras or lenses. It goes here. Should go here. There. Goes down a little bit. Alright, and then oh, some gears. I thought it was going to be more simple, but this is actual oops. The ATST. It changed direction. Okay, so how do you do it? Oh, did I miss something? I missed something. Oh, I need to go back. Let's see. Nope, that was good. Here, I need to add the horizontal bar. Oh, here it is, here. There we go. That's why the gray was sticking down on the bottom. And then I can put this here. This rotates, but not that. Okay, and then I put this gear in the middle. Wait, which one? It seems this hole. Alright. I need that. Oh, hold on. Maybe it's like this. Okay. And then this goes through. There might be a better way. Ooh. Okay. So there's some movement here. And then let me make sure there's nothing else. Okay. I think that's good for 14. So now we're going to do infrastructure for the wheels. Here we go. This is here. Need number 3 with this ball thing. And I'm not convinced it's that one. Maybe it's this one. There, and then it's the black one. Like that. 2 times. Where's the Y? Here. Well, at least I see this one. I'm trying to find It's right there. There it is. You see it now. Here. And then this thing here. Alright, okay. And then you go in here. Up there. But then you have this thing. But do you stay in between? Yeah, you kind of stay in between those. Oh. Okay. That's kind of something. It's very... You really need to know your Technic in order to design this thing, I think. And then, where are we at? Here. Anything else? I think that's it. Okay. Now that one, what is that piece? I see this. I need this. With that. Two of these. Okay. And then you go... Is that the wrong rotation? It is the wrong rotation. Okay, this needs to face this way. Because this goes here. Oh, that's interesting. They didn't say do it 2 times. But you rotate this thing, and then you can do it there. There. Okay. And let's see. Yeah, that goes there. Everything else is caught up. Now, the digging or the drilling part. Got that piece. What kind of piece are you? I'm not familiar with that one. So it's something that needs to come in here. Maybe it's just one of these. Okay. And then it has one of the black things here. And then it has this one right here. Okay. Then this gets... Really? Okay, so it goes like that. Not all the way in, there's no other room for it. And it goes with this. And... It wants to be this, but can this fit? Oh yeah, it does. Okay. And that's the drill. There we go. And making sure everything's in place. Think so. Then the 4 wheels. Are these? Yeah, they're almost spherical. They get this here. And they go on the front 4. Then there's another design for the back 2. Okay. Uh-huh. Did I get that right? Yeah, because these are a different connection. Okay, so this one gets the tan like that. And then this here and they insert into this. Okay. That's very peculiar. Usually there's a starburst indicating you're done, but I guess it is. That's it. There's only 3 pieces. Oh, what's this? 4 pieces left. But I guess it does end on step 19. Well, that was interesting. And that's a relatively, well, simple that it doesn't have all the pieces that bigger sets have. Okay. And then this is for all kind of terrain. Okay, so that was kind of unexpected that the spherical things do rotate. I thought they would need to be rubber, but it is well designed enough that it rotates on a smooth surface, no problem. But after a while, you'll probably see the wear and tear on the edges of the spherical part. Okay. All right. So that is the NASA Mars Rover Perseverance, or something similar to that. Okay, so I don't know how to drive a rover, but I believe this is all real good, or accurate to what the original design was. Okay. Well, that's a little interesting project right there. So, this has been the Ponderous Brick Thinker. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed it. Maybe learned something. See you next time.